If anyone has a message for hell, give it to me and I'll carry it.
Welcome to Friday Night Ghost Frights, a series of real, true experiences with the paranormal and the supernatural. Ghost tales that will frighten you in the depths of the night.
Local legends, filled with tall tales and supernatural wonder. How far down the rabbit hole is that grain of original truth?
Some may not believe the things I'm about to describe, but I assure you that everything I'm about to tell you is absolutely true. It is up to you, dear viewer, as to whether you believe me or not.
The legend of Lavinia Fisher, a South Carolinian outlaw in the early 1800s, seems to be growing with each passing decade. They say she was America's first female serial killer, running an inn with a trapdoor bed that would drop victims down into the basement where they would meet their demise. Other legends say she was arrested for murder along with her husband for killing over 100 people, that she was the first woman executed in America, and that she was executed wearing a white wedding dress. So what's the truth? And what is legend? And what is haunted? Lavinia Fisher was a member of a gang of highwaymen operating out of the 5 Mile House and the 6 Mile House outside of Charleston. Wagon trade in and out of the city was extremely important to the economy, and Lavinia, along with her husband and a number of other members, would hold up these wagons and steal their goods and money. Lavinia was known to have quite a temper. When the authorities were onto them and the gang had surrounded a man who was trying to help root out the gang, Lavinia choked him and bashed his head through a window. Lavinia and her husband John, along with a number of other members of the gang, were arrested for highway robbery, then a capital offense. The only bodies connected with Lavinia Fisher were 2 bodies that were found about 200 yards from the 6 Mile House. Now, they had been dead about 2 years and nobody could identify their murderers. So Lavinia was never actually charged. Nobody was actually charged, for the murders of these 2 people. Certainly not 100. While in the Charleston jail, Lavinia and John did try to make an escape out of their cell window using a rope made of blankets. This actually failed when the rope broke and John fell to the ground. Now, he could have run off and just abandoned Lavinia, but he was loyal to her and he stayed there until they collected him back inside. The couple were executed together at the gallows just outside the city limits on Meeting Street. Contrary to the legend, Lavinia Fisher was not wearing a white wedding dress to her execution. They both were, however, wearing loose-fitting white robes over their clothes, which may have given birth to the legend. While John entered the gallows quite peacefully, claiming he had found God, Lavinia was the exact opposite. She had to be dragged to the platform, kicking and screaming, yelling obscenities at the crowd. One historian stated, "She stamped in rage and swore with all the vehemence of her amazing vocabulary, calling down damnation on a governor who would let a woman swing. The crowd stood shocked into silence while she cut short one curse with another and ended with a volley of shrieks." And yes, while most of her legend is fabrication, her final words to the crowd are absolutely true. "If you have a message you want to send to hell, give it to me and I'll carry it." The site was once used as a workhouse for runaway slaves, as a makeshift hospital for the destitute, and a place to house criminals before the jail was actually built. Punishments and executions were held there, but the Fishers were not one of them. The jail was built in 1802 and was used for 137 years. Over that time, the old Charleston jail is said to have been haunted by its former inmates, criminals, pirates, and yes, the ghost of Lavinia Fisher. Ghostly footsteps have been heard, dark shadows have been seen moving about, and some have even claimed to have caught the screams of Lavinia Fisher.
Thank you for watching Friday Night Ghost Frights. Please let us know what you think of our show in the comments below. And if you have not yet, please subscribe. I'm Ricksecker. Until next Friday night.